What's up, everybody? It's C47 Filmmakers Club back again with another video Copilot tutorial in this series where I'm completing all the video Copilot After Effects tutorials. Today we're going to do the old film look tutorial. So let's not waste any time and let's get right to it.
Hi, Andrew Kramer here with Video Copilot. Now to start, I'm going to take this real 8mm film clip, which is actually digitally transferred from real 8mm film, so you can't get any more authentic than that. So what I want to do is I want to drag this layer down onto my timeline window right over our bride footage, and then line that up at the 0 point. And the next thing I want to do is essentially key out this white area so that all the dust and dirt is basically overlaying our bride footage. Now to do that, we're going to change the transfer mode of this film layer. And to do that, we just click on this mode and we change it from normal to, for this particular case, multiply.
Alright, let's stop right there. We'll go on After Effects. And I've already got my project open. I'm going to go ahead and create the comp with my footage. Let's see, this comp is set to over a minute, so let's drop that down to 10 seconds. Boom. And let's do some cleanup. Throw this in the comps folder. Right. And then we're supposed to take that 8mm and throw it on top. Mine is small, looks like. So we'll scale it up. Actually, we'll right click on it, transform, fit to comp. Boom. And then he said you have to change the blending mode to multiply. Boom. So we still get all the scratches and dust without that white part. Render it. Let's kill that music. All right. Let's see what our next steps are.
So with that selected, we can see that immediately we're getting somewhere. The dust and scratches are right on top of our bride footage, and it's starting to look pretty good. But we want to take that a step further. So the next thing I want to do is make a new adjustment layer. So we go Layer, New Adjustment Layer. And an adjustment layer, if you don't already know, is basically an effects layer that allows you to add effects to it, and it basically affects all the layers below it. So let's go ahead and add a hue adjustment to this. So we'll go to Adjust, Hue and Saturation. Now inside of this effect, we're going to click on the Colorize box, which is going to turn on a tinting mode.
Alright, let's hold up right there. So we are going to add an adjustment layer. I'll just like to right click in the empty area, hit adjustment layer, and then we'll go to effects and presets, hue, saturation, right, and then colorize, and then let's see what else.
And let's go ahead and change the hue to about 25, and that kind of gives us a nice old look, and the saturation at 25 looks pretty good.
All right, let's do that before we forget. Hue set to 25. Kind of sepia toned. See why they do that. All right, let's see what's next.
So, right away we get a really, really nice look. But we can also take this another step forward and blur the edges of the video to kind of give it a nice projected look that, with the uneven focus of a old projector lens. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bride footage and I'm going to duplicate it. And to do that, we're going to go Edit, Duplicate. Now, with this layer selected, if we come up to our Tools palette, underneath the rectangle mask tool is another tool called the elliptical mask tool. And with that showing, if we just double click on it, we automatically add a round mask to our footage. And that's exactly what we want to use. The next thing I'm going to do is with this bride footage selected, this second instance of the original bride footage, I'm going to add a fast blur. So we're going to go to Effects, Blur, Fast Blur.
All right, let's jump back into After Effects. Let's see if we can remember what he did. Duplicate the footage. Switch the tool to an elliptical mask. Double click it. There we go. And then fast blur. All right. Not too bad. What's next?
And repeat the edge pixels so that our blur doesn't get cut off prematurely. And
let me go back a little bit.
Fast blur. And we're going to make it say about 25. And let's go ahead and repeat the edge pixels so that our blur doesn't get cut off prematurely. And the next thing I want to do...
All right, hold on. Go back. 25. Repeat edge pixels. Edge pixels is already on, so nothing to do there. All right, what's next?
Is I want to go into the mask properties for this layer. So if we bring down this little drop down arrow, we see masks here, and underneath here what we're going to do is we're going to change the mode of this mask to subtract. And so as you can see, that's basically taking away the middle part of this mask. Now it's hard to see on the edges, but the edges are now being blurred out. So we'll go ahead and shut off the film layer for now, just so we can see what's going on. So as you see, the layers, the edges are pretty blurred out. But we want to make that a little bit more impactful. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the mask expansion into some negative values, and that's going to bring the layer in, as you can see, maybe to about right here or so. And then we're going to feather the edges of the mask so that we kind of get a gradual fade of the blur. And
all right, let's stop there. Go back into After Effects. All right, so we changed the mask from add to subtract. Turn this off like he did so we can see. Expand it into some negative numbers to bring that blur more towards the middle, and then feather it to make the transition a little more gradual. Pretty sure my image is a lot higher res than what he's using, since he's using After Effects 1994 or whatever that is. Alright, I think something like that looks alright. Let's see what he's got next.
Let's even change the expansion just a little bit, maybe about right there. So as you can see, we're kind of getting a nice blurred edges look. And you can use this technique for many other instances, but in this particular case, it really adds to the authenticity of this effect. Now let's go ahead and turn this real 8mm film layer back on. So now, as you can see, we have these really blurred edges, and we can even go back into this layer and boost the blurriness maybe to about 50. So that gives it a really nice look. So if you don't want to have these outer borders, what you can do is select the real 8mm film loop and just increase the scale of it. And that way you still get the nice dusts and scratches, but instead of having that little vignette mask, depending on what you're doing. I kind of think it's a nice effect. It adds just kind of like that, projected on the wall look or whatever. So anyway, this is how you can create an old film look right inside After Effects.
Alright, I guess that's it for the tutorial. After doing that, I mean, that was really easy. I think basically anybody could follow along with that. Pretty basic stuff. I think it's going to get a lot more complicated down the road. But until then, thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in. Please go ahead and hit the like. Go ahead and subscribe. We're trying to get monetized on this channel, and we're trying to become better filmmakers using tutorials that you can find on the internet. And we're going to complete every single one of the tutorials that Video Copilot has on After Effects. Alright, see you guys next time.